One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome everyone to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Houston Cougars, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So Oklahoma State's offense will have first crack at this one. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Gee. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Cowboys come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Snap from the gun on third down. Makes the catch. It's Gee. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Makes the grab. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Takes the easy completion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but this guy has been locked in. He's 5 for 6 on the opening drive of the game, and the coaching staff felt like he had a great week of preparation coming into this one. I think they were expecting him to have this hot start.
Here's a heat. Another incompletion on third down. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. So Houston's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Breaks into the open. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll test the right side. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Houston wants to play fast. With the run on first and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Snags a quick pass on the left. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook.
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking left. He makes a catch. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gives it on the option. Shakes off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
Hauls it in. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. He was doing everything he could. Got away from one guy, but not that next one, and he came up short.
Yeah, he needed a few more extra efforts to find a way to make that happen. Nice catch. Nice job breaking the first tackle, but couldn't get rid of the next guy and get that extra yardage needed for the first.
Turning it on! And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Leaves it with the back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Pierre. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on 3rd and goal from the 2? From the gun, wants to pass. And they will score! Touchdown, Houston! Hello! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
The Cowboys will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Works the middle of the field. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a man. It's Pierre. Bears the pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to run for it. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, trying to pick up some positive yards.
Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Under fire. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Pierre. He's got it and still on his feet. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Duke. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got his man quickly. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Cowboys will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Pierre. Under fire. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he's got it inside the 35. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Stillwater. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's head back to the home of the Pokes in Boone Pickens Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Cowboys will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll start the third quarter with the run. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The play-action fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Quickly out to the tight end. And they swarm him under.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Pierre. He's got an open man. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Rides the back on the option, the give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the stakes.
Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And let's not complicate this. It's worked before. The QB sneak continued to get 1st downs. Keep using it. Keep moving the chains.
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Plows through the defense.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Quarterback adapted. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's ready to defense.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They Wheel of Fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that Wheel of Fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Pulls it in, it's Mayo. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Unleashes one deep. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. Here comes the Houston offense once again. To the air, it's Pierre. They're setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock as a defense, stop us, because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying play action. Still looking on the move. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. There he goes! And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The Cowboys come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll do it himself. Turning it on! Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to pass. He's got him in the flat. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Finding an escape route. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Cougars just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now the play fake. Looking for an open area to his left. Got his man. And tackled there by the defense.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down. Let's see what they dial up on this fourth down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll sneak it. Got enough for the first down. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive